Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most difficult trading card games to get into. With over 10,000 different cards and so many different products to choose from, where do you even begin? Using a budget of just £30 a week, I set out to mould my own deck and climb the competitive ladder all the way to the European Championships. The challenge? All my cards have to be obtained through sealed official products. I'm not allowed to trade, I'm not allowed to buy cards individually, and instead have to rely on the cold, hard luck of the draw. You're watching Yu-Gi-Oh from scratch. Well boys, we've smashed 10k, and today's also the day we're going to Paisley Regional, so let's smash that as well and make this one hell of an episode. We're really building up quite the amazing community here on this journey, and it's heartwarming to know that so many people are out there enjoying the content. Big shoutouts going out to Nick Nolan, Nicholas Byers, Leon French, Kieran Basham and Lachlan Fort, who have all went the extra mile to support the channel through Patreon. You guys are all helping improve this series for everyone else, and it's just super appreciated, you know? If you want to make your own contribution, the link to my Patreon's in the description. I am cooking up some cool things in the background, so be sure to look out for extra rewards in the future. So we have one last opening before we go to Paisley, and I want to make it count. I asked you guys what you think I should open, and out of the hundreds of replies, there was quite a few popular ones like Dual Devastator and Chaos Impact, but the one I decided to go with was Dual Power. Right now, if I'm made to go first, I just can't make a board that doesn't die to Super Poly or Nibiru. So one of the big cards I'm hoping to pull right now is Heavenly Spheres. Not only does it serve as interruption on the opponent's turn, but it also fetches Abzerautor from deck, which when destroyed, searches me Tracer. Another big card I'm after is Evenly Matched. It's just such a blowout against the decks we're currently struggling with, like Strikers and True Draco. In some cases, it can even just win the game by itself. Then finally, there's also the other good cards in the set like Impermanence and all the other different hand traps that help in their own way. So hopefully, the gamble pays off and we find something worth using. But there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. So £20 on Dual Power and then £10 on 4 packs of Rise and Rampage, using up our £30 budget. Okay, let's see if our luck continues today. Now these promos are looking really warped. I'm really not a fan of these all foil sets having this problem. Anyway, we already know what's in this promo pack. We've opened like 3 before already. But there's always a chance that you get a misprint or a test print card, so it's worth opening regardless. So moving on here, I think I'll open 2 packs of Dual Power first, just so we're split even between Rise and Rampage and Dual Power. Let's get that first pack magic like last episode, that was crazy. But we are starting off with a Ghost Ogre right off the bat, so I'll take that. That completes our playset. Then Optimus Prime, Crystal Wing, Nine-Tailed Fox, and Zaborg. So not a bad start, not a bad start at all. Ghost Ogre does synergize nicely with Abomination, so you know, we could run 3 in the main deck. Here we have Linkuriboh, Chaos Form, Signal Warrior, Miracle Fusion, and we got Ash Blossom as well, wow. So we now have 2 Ash, meaning our hand trap ratios are starting to look like an actual deck. Moving on to Rise and Rampage here, the 2 key cards we want from this set is Romulus and Apollousa, and I guess maybe the rare level 1 tuner as well, Tenyi Atara. But instead we got Fortune Vision and Linkmail Archfiend as our super rare, which isn't great. So moving back on over to Dual Power here, I wonder if we'll get another Ghost Sister, because it's feeling like Dual Devastator so far. We have Magician of Chaos, Shurit, Double Bite, Unicorn, and Goki Jet Ogre. Okay, so that pack wasn't too helpful. 3 packs left of Dual Power, so we're halfway there. I'm really hoping we pull evenly our spheres, because if we don't, I would have just been better off opening Dual Devastator. So here we have Yosenju Sabu, Simorg, Wind Worship, Sexy Summon, the Tenyi Field Spell, and Hypernova Burst. That Tenyi Field Spell is actually really good, by the way. Basically just draw 2 anytime your opponent special summons an effect monster, obviously once per turn, but the fact that decks like Subterror can utilize it, it makes it a bit scary. But for our next Dual Power pack here, we have Performapole Smile Sorcerer, followed by Righty Driver, we have another Chair, Utopic Onomatopoeia, and Ghost Bell! Our 4th one! We already have a playset, so this is kinda useless. I guess it's just gonna have to sit pretty in the collection binder, huh? Back over to Rise and Rampage here, how insane would it be if I pulled a Prismatic? There's really like no proper reason to buy unlimited packs over 1st edition now. Ooh, we got Vishuda and Fortune Lady Every secret rare, which is actually a very nice pack. Obviously I won't be using the secret rare, but Vishuda, obviously we need to pull the monk as well, otherwise it's useless, I guess. But it is a really good card once we do actually get the monk. Here we have Trickstar Magic Laurel, Dragos Depelia, Booster Dragon, Shadal Construct, and Double Hero Attack. I thought it was Double or Nothing. We still don't have Double or Nothing. Anyway, on to the final pack of Rise and Rampage. I'm really not expecting anything, to be honest. We don't even need the Apollosa, at least for a good while. Actually, Romulus would be more helpful right now. And we got the Dream Mirror Field Spell. I kind of expected about as much. So, yeah, fair enough. Last pack of Dual Power. We need Spheres or Evenly. Right, here we go, boys. Lend me your energy. And we got... Oh, yes, we got it, man. Boys, I need to buy a lottery ticket or something because our streak is actually insane right now. First card of the pack. Anything else here? No, just all garbage. But that's fine. We got Spheres, and that's all I needed. We also did get Ash and Ghost Ogre, which are also going to be potentially put in the main deck. We'll see. But yeah, I'm super happy with that. So I think it's about time I go whip up a proper regional list and get some practice done before we head out to Paisley. So what we're looking at here is the final regional 40 card main deck list. Not a whole lot has changed, and quite a lot of it is self-explanatory. I'm running a baby white dragon, but not a baby black dragon, because most of the deck is dark, so if we open up baby black dragon, then it's pretty much just a pure brick. I also swapped out the bells for ogres, because ogre is just a much better card against rogue decks like dinos, and it also synergizes with abomination really quite nicely. Lack of consistency aside, I really think this is like the best list available to us with the cards that we have, so it's looking pretty solid. Moving on to the side and extra deck. The extra deck's starting to look a bit packed because every single card in there actually comes up every now and again. So it's going to start becoming quite difficult to decide what to take out whenever we get something new. As for the current side deck, we have Bells there for the meta matchups like Orcust and Thunders. We have 5 back row hate cards in there as well for things like Strikers and Draco. Then the rest are either cards for going first or just generically good going second cards like Mind Control and Pankratops. I've got Raigeki in the side deck as well, just in case we go against an anti-meta Vanity's Fiend Turbo deck. So I think overall we're pretty much good to go. We just need to get some practice done, and unfortunately the locals I normally record at doesn't have a tournament this week, so I'm gonna have to just record a couple practice matches at my own locals. Yeah, that's right, if you didn't already know, I run my own OTS. While I'm not allowed to sell OTS ultis or play in my own tournaments as a tournament organizer, I still just really enjoy giving other people a place to play. Just like the YouTube channel, it's built an amazing community and it's also a really good place to practice. Speaking of practicing, I've recorded 2 practice matches here, so one's meta and one's not so meta. So round 1 here I'm up against Chaos Lightsworn. I lose the die roll and he makes me go first. While my hand kind of sucks, thanks to Spheres, I'm still able to make a board under 5 summons that doesn't die to Super Poly. So I end on just Spheres, Borrowload Furious, and I have Ghost Ogre in hand, which honestly I'm pretty confident about. So passing it over to him, he starts by normal summoning Scorpio and activating effect, discarding Farfa to special summon from deck, which I Ash Blossom. He then activates Farfa to banish Borrowload Furious until the end phase. After a card destruction and a couple dangers, he eventually gets 4 bodies on the field, and to stop him getting to Sayuja, I activate Spheres to bounce Mali to his hand. I summon Abzerator off of Spheres, and he makes Dante and Mills, which doesn't do anything for him. It was like Dark-Hound Dragon and another Farfa, then he just attacks and passes it back to me. Abzerator going to grave searches me a Rocket Tracer, and then end phase Borrowload Furious comes back, and I Borrow Sword OTK him. So game 2 he makes me go first again, and he has no interruptions, and I just open the absolute nuts, man. I opened the Quick Launch Dragon Shrine combo plus Dragon Ravine plus World Legacy Guard Dragon, so I was just going off. So after all my Guard Dragon plays, I ended on a board of Abomination in the extra monster zone, pointing to a Borrowload Savage with Galaxy Satellite Dragon equipped. I made Borrow Sword just for the flex because I had the materials for it and had nothing else to make, and I also popped Silver Rocket to banish from his extra deck, just in case he had Super Poly, but he didn't. So I banished his Beatrice, and then on my end phase, Silver Rocket summoned Tracer from deck, which gives me an extra interruption because Tracer popping triggers Abomination to destroy one card on the field. And then an additional interruption because the target you summon with Tracer can then be targeted with Borrelsword to pop its effect. So basically, while it's not really an unbreakable board, he couldn't do anything about it, and so that was just 2-0. Next up for the second game, I win the die roll against Orcust. I make him go first and allow him to do absolutely everything he could possibly do, and then when it comes to the end of his main phase, drop a big fat rock. Not gonna lie, it felt pretty good, but it also made me a little bit cocky. I thought his set back row was Crescendo, so I just popped off and went to kill him on my turn, but it wasn't Crescendo. Yup, he fought fire with fire, unfair card with unfair card, and ruined my board. Going into main phase 2, I activate Dragon's Mirror for Borrelode Furious because I need to get rid of that token. It's got 7,000 attack because I was just confident that I could attack through it with Borrelsword, and now it's going to kill me, so I activate the effect of Borrelode Furious to target itself and the token to pop them both, and then I activate the second effect of Borrelode Furious Engrave to revive Borrelsword. In the end, it's just not enough because, well, Orcust. Game 2, I make him go first again, and he ends on Longursu plus Crescendo set. I start with a Foolish, send an Abzerator to grave, allowing me to search for Rocket Tracer, and then I normal summon the Tracer. Activating Monster Reborn, targeting Galatea, he drops a Ghost Bell, so I chain Tracer to pop the Monster Reborn to special from deck. Using the zones of Longursu, I link Magna Rocket into LP and activate its effect, which does bait out the Crescendo. So from here, I revive Magna Rocket with a World Legacy Guard Dragon, then link into Pisty to revive Magna Rocket again, which I then synchro into Scarlight with Tracer. Using World Legacy Guard Dragon, I move the zones of Pisty so that Longursu isn't linked to it, therefore he can be destroyed by card effects, and then activate the effect of Scarlight to wipe the board, but it gets impermed. So I just have to attack over Longursu and hope he can't recover, but chances are he's gonna recover. On his turn, he drops Gamma Seal over Scarlight and then gets to Galatea plus Babel. Back over to me, I'm kind of running out of options, but I do mind control the Galatea and then normal summon Auto Rocket, which allows me to use everything to make Abomination, and then Abomination pops Babel during the end phase. He does chain the Harp to get Nightmare on field, and then on his turn, basically if he gets rid of Abomination, he wins, which he does because Orcust just have mad recovery. So we did end up losing that match 2-0, which I guess balances out the win we got beforehand. But yeah, I think it's time we go to Paisley. Boys, we've done an oopsie. So as you can see from this screenshot, it's a 3-hour drive to get to Paisley from Aberdeen. This means that we needed to leave Aberdeen at 6:30 in the morning, which meant I needed to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I didn't even get a second of sleep. So yay, I guess.
I'll go second. Good luck to you too.
So a very valuable lesson was learned today, and that is that you need to get your sleep and a warm-up before playing in any competitive event if you want to do well. While my deck was more than prepared to play competitively, I just simply wasn't. I fucked it. While I didn't actually do terrible, I came 38th with a 3-3 record out of 63 players. I could have done so much better, like literally my first few rounds were just throwaways because I was delirious and I just literally couldn't think.
Okay, on summon. What's Craig gonna do? It takes control of it. Oh, it's so bad.
There was a break after 3 rounds which helped me get my shit together and start performing well, but sadly it was just too little too late. So from now on, every time I go to a regional, it's definitely going to have to be a hotel the night before job, which is more expensive, but it's gotta be done. Patreon in the description! I did also meet quite a few of you guys, which was really cool to just hang out and speak about the show. I really look forward to doing that more in future. As for the prize packs...
I didn't hear any autistic screeching there, so I'm guessing nobody told it.
Yeah, I got upside down cards too.
Yay!
I don't know what the
Nothing, boys.
nothing left.
Why do I have nothing to show for these events? Fucking hell.
The experience.
That's why you should have bought stuff for the
What
tournament.
experience was that, Ryan? Can I stick with that?
Super Rejuve, Dark World Dealings, Geomathmech Magma.
That'll be worth something. It's the simple.
I think Super Rejuve. Hey, I don't know.
Go on. Let's get that frizzy.
It's not frizzy, sadly,
Anyway.
because there's no shine. Oh, it's a synchro. Draco Berserker. Wait, is that super? Rip.
What's a super synchro?
Yeah, nothing exciting. So let's take a look at our updated record. Yeah, we've basically just broke even on this episode as well. We're literally like 1 or 2 locals away from going positive. That will happen, I promise you that. So, not going to lie, this regional episode ended up being a little bit disappointing, and that's partially my fault for not getting any sleep and being unprepared, but it's also somewhat inevitable when you're having to travel across the country in the morning to get to these regionals in the morning. From a content perspective, it's been a huge learning experience, and it can only serve to improve the series in the future. The next Scotland regional isn't until February 2nd, and I'm sure by then we will have a very, very good deck list. So I definitely believe we will earn our invite at the next one. I'm looking forward to the next episode because we're going to be hitting the double digits and we're going to be looking at the collection and doing all kinds of things to make it a little bit more special. So I hope to see you there next week. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you sticking with me. Do make sure to leave a like on the video. And with all that being said, I will see you next Thursday.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you